People are living in the ruins in Gaza. The Israelis insist that they hit Hamas targets who use civilians as human shields. America said it has sent Israel another reminder that Hamas are legitimate military targets and civilians are not. In Gaza, the UN fears civil order is breaking down. Its food warehouses in the south were looted. The desperation comes from Israel's siege, which the UN says violates the laws of war because it's a collective punishment of civilians. Thousands of people ransacked the warehouses. Israel says there's no food shortage in Gaza. He's saying we have no flour, no water, not even toilets. Our houses were destroyed. No one cares about us. We appeal to the people of the world. The big powers are against us. We need aid. We wouldn't have done this if we weren't in need.
We need fresh water. We need food. We are starving. This is totally unfair. Our children can't sleep.
Israel hit targets near Al-Quds Hospital in Gaza City. Patients and staff had refused an order to evacuate. The Red Cross Red Crescent said the lives of civilians and medics should be protected. Only a few miles away in Sderot, the closest Israeli town to Gaza, a sense of grim determination has replaced the panic of the first few days after the Hamas attacks. Eyal Hashbi, Sderot's head of security, said his nephew and some of his team were killed by Hamas. A visiting general, Nimrod Aloni, was greeted like a man back from the dead. On the 7th of October, Hamas made the false claim that they'd captured Aloni and taken him into Gaza. Hashbi said they were all still trying to process the horror of what happened. The security chief took me on a tour of Sderot's defenses. Hamas, he said, had hit them hard. The equation had to change, and if Palestinian civilians suffered, it was not Israel's fault.
We allowed them to come work in Israel, and we thought this would help the ordinary people of Gaza. We thought a good economy would bring some peace, but now we know that only security brings peace. But after 20 rounds of war with Hamas and Islamic Jihad, this needs to be a story that ends here.
Our eyes were closed, he said, and we lost everything. Israel's dead are still being identified. Hashbi says he can't face any more funerals. Night and day, Israel's ground war to destroy Hamas gathers pace. It is reverberating around the region. The risks of a wider Middle East war remain. Jeremy Bowen, BBC News in southern Israel.